Thursday, Friday, Kansas City. Tell them to book me. No, I don't think Burroughs does tech Askren. Look, Askren's a proven winner. All right, right? Ben Askren is a proven winner. He hasn't lost much. I mean, he's lost once in wrestling in the past 10 years. Burroughs has lost a lot more than Askren. Askren got nothing to lose either. Question about everybody's shirts. Yes, I think I have a couple left. Right? No, picking your nose. So, I got my beautiful baby here. She's 8 months old. Her birthday was last week. Hope you guys are doing well. We got a great podcast today. No picking your nose. No picking your nose. What's up? Nice. Of course, man. Ox. You're killing it, Ox. You're one of the nicest guys I met, and you're funny. And you got a cute girl somehow. So, good work, man. Right? Isn't that? Ox has a cute girl? Anyway. No, stop picking your nose. Stop picking your nose. Come on, we're in public. We can't pick our nose in public. Okay? So I'm here with the baby. We're doing another podcast today. If you got a chance, listen to the one from last week. We had Greg Wilson on. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. We also had Isaac Valley Flag on. Yeah, Isaac Valley Flag. And then we also, Alyssa Garcia. I don't know, where is she? Alyssa, my girlfriend believes all the lies I feed her. You're lucky. You are lucky. Yeah, that's how you got her. Got it. Alyssa Garcia is going to be on hopefully soon. I keep trying to get in touch with her. She works. She's a busy girl. She's got a new boyfriend, and I don't know. I like Alyssa, though. So here with the baby, hanging out. Make sure you check out Isaac Valley Flag and tell him that you... by the way, if you're on Twitter, tell Isaac Valley Flag, Ike VF, Pluto TV, they stopped doing original programming. So it was one of those things. That's what happened. But I got a new deal, actually, with Rifkin, which is going to be awesome. So stay tuned. Always got things up my sleeve. But nothing but good things to say. Andrew's a nice guy at Montana's. And I know Eve's still there. So it's all good. Here with the baby. Holloway versus Poirier is really, really hard. I mean, that's a tough one. That is a really tough one because Poirier can just catch you. He's got that one hitter quitter, and he beat him already. You know, so when you beat somebody one time, you kind of have the advantage. But is Cody still a champion? No, but they really should though test all the blood that he had. You hated Jay Moore. Why would you hate Jay Moore? What did Jay Moore ever do to you? How could you possibly hate Jay Moore? He's a good comic. He's a nice guy. He helps me out with the wrestling team. He's a friend of mine. You don't really hate Jay Moore. You may not like him as much as you like other people, or you don't hate him. There's enough people to hate out there without being Jay Moore. Go was a good flick. Yes. So was Action. Was great, and Mafia was good, and there's been a lot of good shows. They didn't keep the blood. What does my daughter think of? All right, if she picks her nose, Poirier wins. That's true. Yeah, but Gastelum can take him down. You guys are forgetting that Gastelum is a great wrestler and a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he has more weapons than Israel. In a kickboxing match, I got Israel all day long, but this is mixed martial arts. Not to mention Kelvin's a friend of mine. Didn't keep the piss. That's really? How do I go about asking Dana for tickets? How do I go about it? I usually text him. How do you go about it? I don't know. Maybe a compliment and a joke. That's not too mean. Usually is what he likes. It depends on the mood Dana's in. If Dana's in a good mood, he'll give you tickets. But is Atlanta sold out? There's probably still tickets left, right? I don't know. Who knows? What do I know? All I know is I got a baby here. I'm a full-time dad. I'm a stay-at-home dad during the day, and I'm a stand-up comedy at night. So that's my life right now. And I'm getting Pin done, editing as we speak. Oh, you hated his character? Well, of course. My daughter grows up. No, absolutely not. You are not dating Hanato. I'm gonna be like 80 by then. Number one. And no, my daughter's not gonna. Yes, the weekend it's a great card. It's right. Is it not a great card this weekend? It's going to be a great card. A lot of really good fighters. Any questions for Kira Batara? She's on the show today. She's fighting Angela Magana in Combate. I got to get tickets for that. No, stop picking your nose. No more picking your nose. Come on, we have guests here. This is my little baby. She's 8 months old. She's my life. Yeah, I gotta say, this is the greatest thing I've ever done. Right here. Right here. So, if anybody has any more questions, I will gladly answer them. If not, I'm going to go on Instagram Live and answer more questions before Tyler gets here. Yeah, no picking your nose. No picking your nose. No picking your nose. Come on, we have company here. Yes. Yes. Thoughts on Lartop? Why is Angel the worst? Look, we're talking about her. Is she the worst though? I mean, yeah, I admit suing Cyborg is not a good call. If she's looking to avoid, I'll pick Calvin all day. Me too. But she's not the worst. She's not the worst. There are worse people than Magana, right? Laba versus Paulie. I mean, Angela Magana. I mean, how many jokes do I gotta tell about Magana? I mean, come on. Magana is so creepy. She Me Too's herself. There you go. So, what do I think about I mean, Paulie should win. There's no reason Paulie shouldn't win, other than the fact that Labov is tougher, right? You got to say maybe he's tougher than Paulie, but Paulie's pretty damn tough. I mean, if you look at that Ricky Hatton versus Paulie fight, I mean, and even Cotto versus Paulie, I mean, Prime Paulie destroys any version of Prime of Labov in a bare knuckle boxing match. The question is, how much does Paulie have left? And he's got knocked out his last 3 fights. I mean, even the fact that McGregor was able to land as much as he did in sparring against I mean, if it was Paulie in shape, in prime, he destroys McGregor in boxing. It doesn't, so, but it's not prime Paulie. This is old, out of shape, but maybe in shape for this one. This is way past his prime Paulie. So, who knows what's going to happen? No picking your nose. The next to Gabe for UFC, and homie never said a word. Gabe is one of the strangest people I've ever met in my life. He's a great guy, and I love him, and he's got a huge heart. He actually gave me 2 pairs of Jordan Burroughs wrestling shoes to give to my wrestlers. That's how nice of a guy Gabe is. Gabe's a good guy, but he's a freaking weirdo. But I love him. It takes all kinds. Tyler just walked in. Tyler, any questions for the Marines? For the fans, for this Marine right here, this Jewish Marine fighter. How long ago was Paulie in his prime? Paulie Malignaggi, because I used to be a big boxing fan, was the man in New York for a long time. He was the world champion. I don't think he was ever like the undisputed champion like Pacquiao was, but he had a belt or 2, and he beat a lot of good guys. When he got to the next level of boxing, like that next level, like the Miguel Cottos, the Ricky Hattons, he didn't win. They were great fights though. I think he went 12. I think he went 12 rounds with Cotto, or it was stopped late, but it was a war. I remember it was in MSG. Paulie was a great fighter. The problem with Paulie's boxing was he never had great power. He won on speed, finesse, and skill. Problem with that is that's the first to go. That's why George Foreman was able to be champion in the 60s or 50s, and some of these guys are still knocking people out. Worst code red. Tyler. He's in the bathroom. When he gets out, I'll ask him this question. Sounds like Adam versus Paulie and Flo. In wrestling, I fuck him up. Have I rolled with Tyler yet? I know, I haven't rolled in a while. I have to get back to it. I keep saying that, but Tyler's a brown belt, and I'm a white belt. So I think we'll see how that goes. I think Tyler still thinks I'm a really good wrestler, and I'm afraid to roll with him.
He's a great wrestler.
I'm afraid that he won't think I'm that good of a wrestler after I roll with him.
He's a great wrestler. It just doesn't matter.
He wants to know, people want to know Code Red. Have you seen any Code Reds, or was that just the movies? How many have you seen?
What's up, guys? I have seen 1 or 2 and participated in 1, but they're not like A Few Good Men Code Reds where you actually kill somebody. You just kind of beat them up a little bit.
So, am I going to ADCC where is ADCC in September? Depends where it is. If it's in LA, I might go.
I think there's one in LA.
Jay Moore on the podcast. Yeah, we'll get Jay Moore on the podcast. Absolutely, we'll get Jay Moore on the podcast. Jay's a good friend of mine. And he's a great coach. He's a nice guy.
Hi, buddy.
And I think, did you poop? I can't tell if he pooped or not. If he did, it's okay.
LAADCC.
Oh, yeah, I would go. I mean, jiu-jitsu's, they're kind of boring, I gotta say. I mean, I would almost argue that wrestling matches are more exciting than jiu-jitsu. What do you think?
They can be. I think no-gi jiu-jitsu, like the EBI rule set is really good for keeping the pace up and like keeping the action going. But yeah, gi
problem is
IBJJF,
the problem is point submission. Point jiu-jitsu is boring to watch.
Yeah,
and then if it's only submission, you don't know who's winning for 10 minutes until someone pulls it off. It's like the guy could be dominant forever, but I still watch it. Like I like to watch it, especially look, high level anything is impressive. High level archery, I'd watch. And then when you get guys like, Gary Tonin or even Dylan Dennis or some of these high level guys, I'll watch them all day. A lot of times the problem is I don't do it enough to know what I'm watching.
Right.
A guy's in Spider Guard and I assume he's losing, but he's really setting something up to win.
Right.
And that's hard for me as a spectator, just because I haven't done my research enough.
Yeah, there are some positions that you definitely have to be well versed in jiu-jitsu to understand what's really going on.
Tyler versus CM Punk in combat jiu-jitsu, who wins?
I do.
Tyler wins. Tyler's a brown belt, a high level brown belt or a brown belt?
I would say I'm a brown belt.
You're versus brown belt.
I'm not a high level anything really, but I would smash CM Punk in combat jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. But
MMA, who knows? Apparently, I'm not a great MMA fighter.
Look, CM Punk. Look, any chance to do a show in Ottawa? Listen, here's the deal. You go to a bar and say I want to do a comedy night and bring in Adam Hunter. All right, DM me. We'll get some kind of a rate going, and you cover the flight, or not even cover the flight. You cover the set price. I'll do a one-night show in Ottawa the night before the event. That's what we did in Milwaukee. We found a rock and roll bar, and next thing you know, Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, Dana White all came. I'll get the fighters to come. That's a good way to sell it. Say that a lot of fighters will come. Don't guarantee it, but they will come. So the problem sometimes with comedy clubs before MMA fights is if I'm not Joe Rogan, and they want to book you the whole weekend. Guy told me I want to kick you in the pills. I said you got to talk to my wife. They're in her purse. Nice, there you go. CM Punk only did UFC to pay for his legal fees versus WWE. Is that true? I have no idea. I give the guy a lot of credit. At the same time,
yeah, for sure. At
the same time, the entitlement factor was kind of disgusting because he couldn't do that in other sports. Doesn't matter how many Twitter followers you have, you're not getting into the NBA or the NFL. It doesn't matter if you were George Clooney can't get into the NFL. They're not going to let him play. At the same time, CM Punk could have started a celebrity MMA league, and then he could have been the inaugural champion. Right before AC Slater knocked him out. But Taylor versus Mike Jackson in bare knuckle boxing.
Mike Jackson whoops my ass in bare knuckle boxing.
Mike Jackson's a good boxer.
He's a professional boxer. He's a great boxer. He didn't use any of it against CM Punk. I wish he would have. He kind of just sat back and did nothing.
Thank you. This is my daughter.
I would have loved to see him knock CM Punk out.
So every time you listen to the podcast. But anyway, listen, guys. We're going to start the podcast pretty soon. It's 5:01. But come back to Brentwood, California. I'm going to be in...
all the way to Brentwood?
I'm going to be in Tommy T's in...
I live in Brentwood.
In
What's up?
Like right by there. Tommy T's in Northern California. It's on my website. So I'll be there. CB's getting ready for his wedding or something. But listen to the... I'll play Stratosphere July during Fight Week. Yes, I will definitely be there. 1,000%.
Awesome.
Listen to the Isaac Valley Flag interview on Tuesday. The guy talked about recently getting hooked on heroin, getting caught with a gun, a silencer. I think he had like a bunch of weapons. Turned his life around, is now undefeated in bare knuckle boxing. Okay?
Joe Daddy 85.
Ariel Helwani does not like me. He doesn't. I made a couple jokes about him early on. I said that Gonzo the Muppet dresses as him for Halloween or something. Or every time he sneezes, John Jones' coke flies away, and he got very upset. And nothing against Ariel Helwani. I just really thought when the UFC hired me to roast people that he was part of MMA. He then took a couple shots at me, which I don't care. He can take as many shots as you want because I don't care. I don't care. Make fun of it. As long as you make a joke, it's all I care about. If someone says...
If it's funny, yeah.
Even if it's not funny. If it's in joke form, I don't care. If someone just says, you suck, LOL, it's not really a joke there. I guess the joke would be that... I know. But some people don't like jokes, and Ariel was one of the guys that didn't like jokes. So if you notice, I almost never make fun of him because I feel like I'm picking on him. I only really pick on people who can beat me up. And I don't think Ariel can beat me up. I don't know, but I don't think he can. I know he doesn't talk shit about me. He just doesn't like me, and he's made a couple comments. And look, Ariel Helwani, you got to respect what he's done. He's done a lot for the sport, a lot for himself. He's got a wife and kids, and seems like a nice guy. But it is what it is. I literally had to have Mayhem Miller call him and tell him that not to get upset. Mayhem did. This was back.
Why is he, dude? You're a Jew.
Look, I don't know. Some people don't like to be made fun of, and Ariel's one of those guys. Look, there are people out there that get upset when I make jokes about them.
I'll talk to Casey.
And no, I don't care. I really don't care. This is my priority right here. This baby and you and people that like me, and it doesn't matter. So it doesn't care. It doesn't matter. Don't add him. Don't get me on. I don't care about his show. I have my own shows to be on, and that's all that matters. But if you like the podcast on Tuesday, what I would like you to do is tell Isaac Valley Flag that you're a fan of his, because that dude is a special guy. So if you're a fan of the podcast, tell him you like the podcast and that you're a fan of Isaac Valley Flag, and that would be cool. So all right, listen. We're recording a podcast soon. Thanks for tuning in. Would I fight Ellis Mania versus a comic? Probably not. There's no money involved, and if I ever fought anybody, I'd want to win, and that requires a lot of training, and and the training is time, and my time is money. So I have to finish a pilot. I got to sell TV shows. I got to sell movies. I'm working for the UFC again. I'm working for the PFL. I got other shit to work on. So yeah, if I'm going to fight somebody, I got to get paid for it because I'm 41 years old, and it's just only so many hours in a day. So yeah, where do you reach out to him? IKEVF. IKEVF. Shout out to him because that's a guy that's awesome. All right.